Hello and a really warm welcome to today's video. I'm Rachel Smith, the Business Grower, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can overcome fear and grow your business. Now, this is a big topic, so we're going to actually break this down into a couple of videos. So watch out for the second video that will be coming out next week. So what do I mean about fear? This is what we're going to dive into today, how it shows up in your business and how you can start to change your fears, how you can overcome your fears. So I'm going to give you one step today that you can do that will really help you to start to move away from fear and towards actually becoming that future version of yourself who shows up in her business and creates the most amazing momentum and results, because that's what I want for you. So let me introduce myself. I'm Rachel Smith, Business Grower, and I am a transformational business coach. I work with female entrepreneurs who are looking to grow their business to consistent months of 5K and beyond. And I marry up the work with mindset and strategy and actually work with my clients to get them into taking action so that they go on and grow their business. And it's really starting from this mindset piece that's such an essential element. So frequently we are taught like the action, we're taught how to implement something. But if you are sat in fear, if the action feels alien to you or like a really big step, it is pretty guaranteed that you will not move forward or you will not be consistent with that action. And it's the action and the consistency of action taking that actually will grow your business. So we absolutely need to work on our mindsets and to understand fear, how that is showing up for us as an individual, and then to actually have the courage to work on it. But you don't need too much courage, because actually what happens if you could eradicate your fear that's currently going on for you right now? Because you understand, I understand, that everything you want, everything you desire is on the other side of that fear. Now, you might not actually resonate with fear. You might be saying, hey, Rachel, I'm not actually sat here in my workspace every single day worrying about feeling fearful. And if that is the case, I'm going to share with you some of the ways that fear can actually show up for you. But I can also kind of challenge you here and say, if you are not feeling fearful, if you are not stretching yourself, guess what's going to happen? You are going to remain fairly static in your growth. So actually having an element of fear, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but having an element of fear every day, every week in your business actually indicates that you are growing. And that's what you need to do. You need to be growing. You need to be stepping out of your comfort zone every week, every day if you can, and actually taking those big steps that will see you change how your business looks and feels and allows you to grow into that future version of yourself who's got all of the success that you currently are desiring. So let's talk about how fear shows up. So sometimes fear really comes up as fear. So when I first started out as a coach, I had a really massive fear of presenting. So whether that was pre-recorded or live audiences. Back then, it was live audiences. And it was something that I'd had for many, many years. And I'd managed in my career to kind of, weave through any kind of opportunities that presented themselves. It meant that I was going to really put myself out of my comfort zone. I made sure that I got out of those situations. But do you know what that actually resulted in? That resulted in me slowing down the progression that I could have made in my career. But I really had a very, very strong fear of presenting. And it wasn't until I started to run my own business that I could see that the fastest way that I could grow my business was to actually overcome my fear of presenting. And guess what I did? Was it easy? Not always. But what I did discover is that actually, by having this fear of presenting and not working on it, I had definitely held myself back. And when I had everything to lose by not presenting to groups of people, and I worked on my fear and I overcame my fear of presenting, guess what I discovered? I actually discovered that I love to present live, pre-recorded. It's actually something that if I hadn't been running my own business, I maybe would never have discovered that I do love to present. And that's just a really, really big example of how fear can creep in, kind of sneaky ways it can creep in, and it feeds into that story that you're telling yourself. So for me, I was fearful of presenting, and it keeps you small and it keeps you from taking that action that's going to really help you to grow. However, when you do work on it, magic happens. And that's what I want for you. I want for you to feel fairly fearless in your business. And we're not talking about reckless. We're talking about you understanding that there are some things that fill you with dread, with worry, with anxiety, with fear. But actually, by sharing the tools that I'm going to share with you over the coming videos, I'm going to help you understand how you can actually work on your fear. And this is something I had to learn for myself, and these are the techniques that I use still today, and these are the techniques that my clients use as well. So let's get really clear about something. Why am I sat here encouraging you to overcome fear? Especially when it can feel fairly tricky to do that. You might already be feeling some resistance, like, yeah, whatever, I'm not actually going to take any action. However, when you work on yourself, you are getting out of your own way. You are allowing new opportunities to come forward, and you're able to understand that as fear comes up again and again and again, as it will in business and in life, is that you've got the tools to actually work with it. And ultimately, if you were in your business feeling fairly fearless, guess what you'd be doing? You would be generating more sales, generating more money, working with more of your clients, and increasing the impact that you are having on your soulmate clients. And that's ultimately what I want you to do. We're not just like overcoming fear for the sake of fear. We're overcoming it so that you can grow your business and achieve those results that you want. And if you remember back to my story, when I was in my career, I didn't really feel that kind of inspired to overcome my fear. However, when I was running a business and everything I did was reliant on me growing my business and generating money that I need in my business, then I had the kind of motivation to work on my fear. So this is how powerful it is. So the number one activity I want for you to focus on in today's video is really connecting with your vision. That vision that perhaps you started really clearly with at the beginning of the time when you started your business. You know, maybe at the beginning you were really clear, really excited about your vision. But as you've progressed, as you've got busier, as you've got more and more into what it takes to run a business, perhaps you've had a little bit of disconnect with your vision. Or perhaps your vision has actually changed. Maybe what you were visualizing at the beginning of your business journey, you've actually created. And if you have, that's amazing. This is a great exercise to do, even if you have done it recently. So I really want for you to spend some time after you've watched this video, really connecting with your vision. What is your vision? And I really want for you to just put any objections, like beliefs, any like, but how am I going to make that happen? Any of those things, I'm going to invite you to pop them to one side. This isn't the video to actually start to get into the how. This is a video to help you to overcome the things that are stopping you from showing up as that future version of yourself, achieving the results that you desire to have. And it starts with you, and it starts with your vision and your why. So I really want for you to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes after this video, writing out your vision, not worrying about the how, and going as big and juicy as you want. Don't question what comes up. Just grab your journal, piece of paper and a pen, find a quiet space, and just let everything that's deep inside you, that's kind of been dumbed down, just let it come out. Write about how big you want your business to be, how impactful you want your business to be, how you want to feel in your business, who you're going to be working with, what you're going to be charging, how much money you're going to be making, how this is going to impact on your life, where you're going to live, how you're going to live, what's your lifestyle, how it's going to impact on your loved ones. So really, really get into the detail, really enjoy this exercise, and allow that kind of possibility and that opportunity to come flooding through. And there you go. You have got your big mission, your big vision, your why you're here. And if you read it back and think, well, I'm still not inspired, you haven't gone big enough. But when you have, guess what you've got? You've got the first piece of you showing up as that future version of yourself, where fear doesn't exist in the same way as it currently does for you. And with this exercise, you can repeat it every week. Or with what you have written out, you could read it every single day. And you know what happens? Your brain can't decipher from what is real and what hasn't happened yet. So when you are programming yourself for what you are moving towards, your unconscious mind starts to move you in that direction. So this is such a powerful piece. And you're not going to wake up one morning and find in your bank account that somebody's deposited £1 million to come and work with you. It happens gradually. And this is why I'm encouraging you, even if you've written your vision out before, why I'm inviting you to do it again. Because it could be that you were exactly where you wanted to be 3, 4, 5 years ago. So really get into this exercise and enjoy it, and allow yourself to get so excited, and for you to see that everything you desire is possible and is on the other side of your fear, of your worry, of your doubt, of your limiting self-belief. So that's the exercise for today. And I would love to hear from you. So if you've got any questions, you can post them below. If you want to come and share, like, what came up for you, I want to hear that from you. So you can drop me an email. You can PM me across my social media platforms. I would love to hear what your big juicy vision is and how fired up you feel because you've created it. And remember, when you're just about to take those big juicy steps and you feel some fear or some doubt or like some procrastination, like, well, I'll do that in a minute, read that vision. Allow that vision to come into you and then take your action. Okay, I'm really looking forward to you completing this exercise, and I really hope it makes a positive impact. And look out for future content where I will be talking about this subject of fear and what else you can do to help yourself move your business forward, create amazing results, and for you to become more confident as that future version of yourself. Bye for now.